Welcome to GSS Information. Today we're covering a sweeping journey through the history of America, from its pre-colonial days to the modern era. It's going to be a fascinating ride. Long before European settlers arrived, the Americas were home to millions of Native Americans, rich in culture and tradition. From the Iroquois in the northeast to the Navajo in the southwest, these tribes shaped the land. Mesoamerican civilizations like the Maya and Aztec built incredible cities, practiced advanced agriculture, and contributed to art, astronomy, and architecture. In 1492, Christopher Columbus's voyage set the stage for centuries of European colonization. By 1607, England had founded its first permanent colony in Jamestown, Virginia. Meanwhile, the Pilgrims arrived in Plymouth, Massachusetts in 1620, seeking religious freedom. But with colonization came tension with the indigenous peoples and growing discontent with British rule, setting the stage for revolution. In 1776, the American colonies declared their independence from Britain with the signing of the Declaration of Independence. After years of fighting, the Revolutionary War ended with the Treaty of Paris in 1783. America was free, but the challenge of building a new nation had just begun: the US. The Constitution was written in 1787, laying the foundation for the government we know today. The 19th century saw the United States rapidly expand westward. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 nearly doubled the country's size, and Manifest Destiny drove settlers all the way to the Pacific. But as the country grew, so did tensions over slavery. In 1861, these tensions erupted into the Civil War, pitting the North against the South. The war ended in 1865, and with it, slavery was abolished. The Union was preserved, but the country would face a long period of reconstruction. The late 1800s brought industrialization and waves of immigration from Europe. Cities like New York and Chicago exploded with growth, and the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869 connected the nation from coast to coast. The US was becoming a world power, but with that growth came challenges like labor unrest and inequality. America played a key role in both World War I and World War II, but between the wars came the Great Depression in 1929, the worst economic crisis in US history. Under President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the New Deal helped pull the nation out of the Depression. The US would emerge from World War II as a global superpower, setting the stage for decades of geopolitical influence. After World War II, the United States and the Soviet Union entered the Cold War, a period of tension, proxy wars, and a nuclear arms race. Meanwhile, at home, the civil rights movement in the 1950s and 60s fought against segregation and racial injustice. Landmark victories like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965 reshaped American society. The end of the Cold War in 1991 marked a new era, with the US as the world's sole superpower. But challenges continued. The 9/11 attacks in 2001 led to wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. In 2008, Barack Obama was elected the first African-American president. Today, the US faces issues like political polarization, technological change, and a growing awareness of climate change. From humble beginnings to global superpowers, the history of America is a story of innovation, struggle, and resilience. And it's still being written today. Thanks for joining us on this historical journey. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into history.